And what's going to happen is that this stock is now going to represent the totality around decarbonization and sustainability. So it was really great to own this thing around cars for the first 4 years. I did it. I made a lot of money. But now I underwrite this company as a bet towards decarbonization, towards deregulated energy, and towards the ability for all of us to become our little micro utilities.
Hey guys, welcome to Make Money and Wealth. On this channel, I'm going to share my reasoning and thought process behind my investment decisions. In today's video, we'll talk about why I think Tesla could be one of the most valuable company by year 2030. Before we go into the weeds with Tesla, let's talk about my interpretation of investing. So what does investing mean to me? I'm a strong believer in long-term gains and benefits. I look for companies which has a potential of multiplying their revenues tenfold in 10 years. Any asset bought for less than 10 years, according to me, is not an investment. It's a trade. And there's nothing wrong with trades. But since I'm trying to make wealth with least mental stress and overthinking, I don't trade. Investing to me is always a long-term game. Remember, Rome was not built in a day, neither is wealth. I found this methodology to work best for me. I'm not a financial advisor, so you should do your own research and analysis while making investment decisions. Alright, now that's out of the way, let's get into it. At the root of my reasoning is something called diffusions of innovations. Diffusion of innovation is a theory that seeks to explain how, why, and at what rate new ideas and technology spread. Simon Sinek in his TED Talk Start With Why does a great job summarizing it. Take a look.
Something called the law of diffusion of innovation. And if you don't know the law, you definitely know the terminology. The first 2.5% of our population are our innovators. The next 13.5% of our population are our early adopters. The next 34% are your early majority, your late majority, and your laggards. The only reason these people buy touch-tone phones is because you can't buy rotary phones anymore. We all sit at various places at various times on the scale, but what the law of diffusion of innovation tells us is that if you want mass market success or mass market acceptance of an idea, you cannot have it until you achieve this tipping point between 15 and 18% market penetration, and then the system tips.
Now if we use this theory in the realm of electric vehicles market, we can see where top EV makers stand with their global sales. McKinsey did a recent study on global e-mobility market in 15 key countries. This included EV sales and EV penetration rate in Europe, China, US, and others. It states, among EV manufacturers, Tesla continued as market leader in 2019 with 370,000 units sold globally for a market share of about 16%, up from 12% in 2018. It then adds, the launch of Model 3 outside of the United States was the main reason for this surge. With 300,000 units sold worldwide, the Model 3 outpaced sales of BJ EV EU Series threefold and sales of Nissan Leaf fourfold. The study also highlights that from Tesla's 2019 global sales of 16%, Model 3 alone accounted for about 13%. As you can see, Tesla has cleared the aforementioned tipping point. This is a huge milestone for any innovation company, let alone a company aimed to accelerate the world's transition to a sustainable energy. Tesla has always been the key player in EV sales and market penetration in the US. According to an article by Electric, Bloomberg NEF credits Tesla for single-handedly contributing to more EV sales in the US than any other company. Out of which it says, the Model 3 alone is responsible for about half of the US EV market. Alright, I believe this is a major reason why investors like Ron Barron, Cathie Wood, and Chamath Palihapitiya are such a big proponent of Tesla. Following is Chamath's appearance on CNBC in July 2020. Take a look.
So now what is the bet? If you ask me as an investor who loves that company, it was in page 4 or 5 of their quarterly earnings release where they talk about the energy business. And they said a couple of interesting things. The first is that it was profitable. And the second is that they're also producing software now that allows effectively anybody to become a distributed utility. Now think of that for a second. You are talking about one of the most predictable, reasonable businesses that have raised hundreds of billions and trillions of dollars of debt. And what Tesla is going to do with their battery packs and their software is all of a sudden allow each of us to be in the energy business as well. Again, people will get angry, they will not understand, they will try to push back, and they will be wrong.
I believe market analysts and investors are starting to recognize Tesla as a market leader in EV space with its top-of-the-line innovation, technology, and design. Tesla is a once-in-a-generation company which has vastly increased the pace of innovation and technology in EV market. This is just a sneak peek into my reasoning on why Tesla would dominate an EV market space. I've not even mentioned their new tech announced on the battery day, solar products like Powerwall, PowerPack, and Solar Roof, being an AI leader in FSD, and its much anticipated vehicles like Roadster 2020, Tesla Semi, Cybertruck, and recently announced $25,000 compact car. But that's for later videos. If you watched this video to the end, I thank you for your time and would love to hear about your thought process on investing in Tesla. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I read each and every one of your comments. Cheers. I'm looking forward to have a great journey with you.